Here's a demo of the fleet management module. When you click on that icon, you land directly on this nice Kanban view for almost all the direct shipments. So here are all the shipments. You can go ahead and navigate and see all the house shipments or all the master shipments or all the shipments of all types. The module is very simple. It has only 3 menu items. So here you can see the main services that you provide as a freight forwarder to your customer: ocean services or air services. You can also see the configuration where you can add as many ports as you want: the vessels, the airlines, the intercoms, the packages, and the move types. So let's go ahead and create a new shipment just to show you the workflow. For this video, let's take the example of house. So you can now click on create, and let's go ahead and create an import shipment for ocean. You will see that the form is dynamic and it's automatically displaying the fields that are necessary for an ocean import. And you can see once I change the selection, almost all the fields are changing. So let's go ahead and create, for example, a full container load shipment. And let's then select the shipper and the consignee. Let's say the consignee is Gemini Furniture and the loading port will be in New York and discharge port would be in Dubai. So we are importing a shipment from New York to Dubai, and the shipping line will be who will be the shipping line? So let's select any shipping line, and here we can select the date, and I can select the voyage number, the vessel, star ship line. Let's go ahead and fill the other details. You can see here that the barcode was automatically generated for you. That will affect later on the bill of lading when I print it. So let's specify who is the agent, what is the move type. Let's assume it's door to door. Who's the user responsible for that? What are the freight payment conditions? Let's say we're going to collect the payment later on. You can specify other details like the intercom, let's say, or the Incoterm, sorry, cost and freight. Let's go ahead and save now that shipment. We can see that a new shipment number was automatically generated by the system. Okay. Later on, that number will be used for tracking. That's an internal reference number. That's not the carrier tracking number. So we get now to add the orders after we have specified all the mandatory details for the shipment. Let's go ahead and click on edit. We go to orders, and then we have to say what is the order, what are we shipping now. So let's say I'm shipping an FCL full container load of 40 inches, and I'm going to select the container, 40 inches container. I'm going to ship only one, and the operation is going to be dry. Let's say the volume in CBM was 20 and the weight was 40 kilos, just for the sake of example. So save and close, save. Now we have a new order, as you can see. We need to go ahead and select the package. So I have two options. Either I can automatically generate it from orders, or I can manually add the packages. So let's generate from orders because I think that's easier. You can see that the system has automatically pulled out the packages for me from the order. I have a 40 inches container. I need to specify what are the packages inside that container. So let's go ahead and add these packages. So let's assume I am shipping 20 tables. So the package is of a type table and the quantity is 20. And I can go ahead and say it's a dry operation and the volume could be anything, let's say 2 kilos. So save and close. Let's assume I'm also shipping chairs. So I'm shipping 20 tables and 20 chairs. Quantity 20. The operation is dry for any volume. Save and close. Save. Save. So we can see here that now we have the 20 tables and the 20 chairs. Let me go ahead and click on edit, and here I can see the tables and the chairs, right? So house, click OK. I think that's not our shipment. So our shipment should be this one. No, it's not this one. So I think it's this one. Yes, this is the one. So I just dropped naming this. I will click on edit, and then I will name this as 20 chairs. So now everything is set. So that's our shipment. You can see it's still in draft mode because I'm still preparing it. I have to mention that this workflow can be customized. So as you can see, I can move right and left these stages. I can add a new stage. I can delete stages. The system is very flexible. It allows you to design your own workflow. You could also be integrating that system with IATA or with another system that could fire events and tell you where is your shipment now. So that is something you can customize. You can contact us for a quotation. So that's our shipment. Let's say it's in progress. I can drag and drop like this. It's something very easy. I can mark it in yellow. I can add activities on this shipment. Let's say call the customer or call the agent to pick up the shipment from a warehouse. Let's go ahead and continue working with our shipment. So you can see here that we have specified the package, and the route, the main route, was automatically selected for us. As you know, this is the main carriage. The main carriage is with a source location of Chennai, so that's not our shipment. So that is our shipment. That's the shipment where we have created. It's from New York to Dubai. So it's shipment number 3, just to remember it. So let me go ahead and move it to in progress. And now I can go ahead and work on the routes. So as I said, the system will automatically pick up the main carriage or the main route from the source location or the shipper location, which is in New York. And the discharge port to Dubai. I can go ahead and add extra routes. Let's say I am moving goods from the warehouse in New York to the port. So edit, add. Let's say I want to add a pickup, and that pickup will be through land, and that's going to be from New York to New York. And I can go ahead and specify the dates, like when is this going to be picked up. and I can add the trucker details. Let's say I have an ABC trucker who will pick up my shipment, and I can add the shipment number, or the tracker number. So this is the estimated date of delivery, and I can specify estimated date of arrival, and I can specify what are the packages that will be picked up, assuming that I'm gonna pick up the same packages. So you can see here that I have added a pickup through land from the warehouse in New York. Okay. Now let's go ahead and add a delivery. So I want to deliver through land from Dubai to, I can specify the address, by the way. Let's say I can create a new address and say, okay, so that is a warehouse of a customer. So let's say this is the code, and that is ABC warehouse, and that will be in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai. Okay, let's specify any date and specify any tracker, and then save and close. Save. So you can see that I can easily add multiple routes to the same shipment. These routes could be either ocean or air or even land. So you can design the routes of your shipment. You can combine them, as I have done here in this example. Now we need to specify the services, but these services are on the route level. So for each route I need to add a service. For the sake of example, let's say I have here an ocean service that I need to charge my customer for. So here I need to specify, let's say that is, who's the vendor of that service? Let's say company 1, and I want to ask them to provide an ocean service. That company could be your agent, by the way. So I will say this is an ocean service, and I can specify the currency, so I can pay in multiple currencies in case the agent was outside your country. Let's say that I'm going to sell that service to the customer for 500, and the cost is only 200. By the way, this is going to affect your profitability and your vendor bills, your cost. So whatever you put here is going to reflect there on the accounting tab that I will show later on. So you have to be careful. Save. So I added the main service, which is ocean service. That's the primary route of our shipment. And I can also add a pickup service. I can specify who's the vendor, and do we have a pickup service? No. So let's define that. We can easily do this. Pickup service. I can create it. Pickup from warehouse in New York, and that could be in any currency, could be in US dollar. The sale price is 600 and the cost price is 150. So save and close. Save. As I said, you can add as many services as you want. You can add a custom clearance service, for example, if you want to charge that to your customer, or if you're in charge of doing that. you can go ahead and go to services and just add the customs clearance service, customs, and you're going to sell that for $250 and it's going to cost you $100. Save and close, save, save. After you have defined all the services, these charges will come here in this tab. As I said, it will affect all of the information here. It will affect your cost and your profits. So let's say that the shipment moved on. So I can go ahead and move that to in transit. This one should be here. And then after that, it could be received by the consignee or by the agent. It could be on its way. It all depends on how you define the stages for that shipment. And you will see a complete log. You can work on the log here. Now let's go ahead and see the services. The services are reflecting here in this box. Now is the time to select these services and create a vendor bill. So we go to action and we create a vendor invoice. I can invoice one by one or I can invoice all of them. Assuming that I am invoicing or I'm receiving an invoice from one agent. So let's say I will select the agent. You can select any agent you want from the list and then create the invoice. You can see that the system has automatically created a vendor bill and has fetched the prices that you defined for each service. So now if you go and check your shipment, you will see the reflection of these figures. You will see that you have 450 vendor bills, and these are payables. There are no actual payments yet. Let's go ahead and you can see the vendor bill here. Let's go ahead and create customer invoices. Assuming that the shipment arrived and that you want to invoice your customer. So you can select all these services and you can go to action and customer invoice. You can decide to invoice the, for example, for the sake of this example, you can invoice the consignee because that's an import shipment. So let's say the consignee is Azure Interior and you select what are the services you want to invoice. And here an invoice was automatically created for you. And that will also affect this view. So these are the expected bills from the customer. These are the expected bills that we need to pay for the vendor. And here's your margin on the shipment level. Now, if we go ahead and record payments, you will see the reflection and you will see the amounts due here. So if I go ahead and let's say make a payment for this invoice, validate, and then register payment. Let's assume that we're registering a full payment, validate. Alright, so you can see now all the payments you have made to your vendors or agents, and you can also see the payments you have received, the actual payments you have received from your customer, and you can see the margin and the actual amounts due. You can also look at your profitability from this nice view that we have designed, where it can show you all the shipments in a nice tree view, all the expected payable, expected receivable, and the actual margin. So you can see it on a very high level. You can for sure go ahead and print customer invoices using Odoo default invoicing module. Now I want to show you shipment tracking. So let's go ahead and pick up a shipment with some tracking data. Let's go back to our house shipment, which is number 3, this one. I want to show you this tracking tab. So we have designed that tab so you can manually add your tracking data. Ideally, in a real-life scenario, you'd want to integrate this module with other systems, as I just mentioned before, whereas you can pull out events and you can throw it here. But assuming that you want to manually control tracking and know when to add tracking information, so you can go ahead and say, since that shipment is going from New York, let's say preparing, or first we will receive the shipment, received at operations facility, and that could happen on any date. And then again in New York we could say arrived at the port, and we could add the date. And now we can say in New York, we can say left New York port. So it's in transit, and you can specify a date. You can say now it arrived to Dubai, so arrived to Dubai on this date. As I mentioned, these are manual entries. You can add them at the time you want. Now let's go ahead and copy this house shipment number, and let's go ahead and check the website. If you go to the website, you can click on track shipment. And here you can mention the shipment number, track, and the system is going to give your customer, ideally your customer is the one who's logging in to the website and checking or tracking the shipment. So here it shows the shipment number, it shows the main carriage, it's from New York to Dubai, and it's an ocean shipment. And here you can see all the events professionally listed on the website.